Hey everyone, EzDean Fassassi with Holistic Health Consulting in Gaithersburg, Maryland. Today I'd like to discuss why it is I like to use the term Tibetan Medical Science instead of Tibetan Medicine. I like to distinguish in my practice the difference between a level of therapy, which is medicine, which in Tibetan Medical Science comes in 8 categories. One of which are herbs. You can also have stone medicines, you can have tree medicines, shrub medicines, soil medicines, precious metals, so on and so forth. Animal-based or animal-derived medicines. That's just part of it, right? And when we're talking about therapy in our system of medicine in Tibetan Medical Science, or technically called Suaripa in Tibetan, or the knowledge of healing, it's much more than the medicines, right? In terms of therapies, you have diet, you have lifestyle, then you have medicines, and lastly, accessory therapies, in that order of importance and effectiveness. So I like to distinguish between the whole system, the holistic system of medicine, and one particular level of therapy that gets a lot of attention, especially in our Western medical system, that's very pharmaceutically driven, where medicines play a large part in how treatment modalities are conceived. And it's not just here in America, but also back in Asia, where I was doing my training. In the hospitals, there you may have a ward where it's only Tibetan medical science or Tibetan medicine, but also the focus there is on medicines as well. So I think it's just a sign of the times. But I think this is one of the reasons why holistic health in its true form is so important, because all of those really important levels of therapy, and also the diagnosis and the system of understanding how things work, gets lost. And so this is why I prefer the term Tibetan Medical Science vis-a-vis the synecdoche, which is Tibetan medicine, which I understand some of my colleagues may practice Tibetan medicine, quote unquote, and do everything that I am doing, or think of everything that I'm thinking of, but it may be misconstrued for the patient, or for onlookers, or anybody that's not familiar with the entire system. I hope this makes some sense, and this is why I like to use the term Tibetan Medical Science. I really like the emphasis on the fact that it is a science. It is testable, reproducible. You can have outcomes that you can test, and then you can have them over and over and over again. It's not this whole idea of science being reserved for Western allopathic medicine is also a huge misconception. So I like to emphasize the fact that what we're doing here, Suaripa, is of science. It's the science of healing. So Tibetan medical science, it's great. It's very much akin to Chinese medicine, or the system of Chinese medicine, the system of Indian medicine or Ayurveda, the system of Unani medicine, right? All these great world systems that are systems, not just, medicinal fauna and flora, right? We're not just talking about pharmacopoeia. So that's pretty much it. Thanks for listening.